Is it working? Okay, cool. So, Ashley, you should be able to unmute yourself, but if you could just get started with like telling us your story, and then we'll kind of go into questions from there. I know I didn't send you anything, but I'm just gonna kind of ask questions like based off your story and everything.
Totally fine. Okay, awesome. Hi, guys. I am probably a lot of you guys, well, some of you do know me because you're on my team, but a lot of you probably don't know me. And so I just want to start off. My name is Ashley Crenshaw. I am a 31-year-old mom of one, and I live in Missouri. My husband, he's a full-time college football coach. And I started this business almost 5 years ago now. It'll be 5 years in March. And so I started 5 years ago, literally just to have a little bit of extra, a couple $100 a month, just to literally have enough to go out on like date night adventures with my now husband. He was my boyfriend at the time. And I was a full-time registered nurse. I was working 60 hours in a rural ER, and I was just tired of working that much. So I was like, listen, if you guys don't know, my upline is Carrie Young. And so I was watching her. I had known her since I was 14 years old. And I literally was watching her, and she got all the way up to literally the top of the company, Ambassador Diamond. And I was like, okay, if she can do that, I can make a couple of extra $100. So I literally signed up like the next day after she went Ambassador Diamond. And just literally, okay, so my story is a little different. Literally started and barely did anything, you guys. I didn't know what I was doing. I was so overwhelmed. It took me my full 30 days to get my first 4 customers, to get my shopping spree and all that stuff. But once I got that done, I knew that I could do it, and I took off. In my first 2 months, I went Ruby. After that, I think it was like a couple months later, I went Emerald, and then I sat in Emerald, because once I got my Emerald check, and I was like seeing the amount that it was, I was just like, I'm good. I am so good. Like, this is what I signed up for. I'm gonna be a nurse forever, and I'm gonna make a couple extra $100, and I'm gonna be able to travel and meet all these new girlfriends. Like, this is great. I'm living the life. And then life happened. We ended up getting pregnant with my son, and he came 6 weeks early. He was 3 pounds 3 ounces, and I remember looking him I remember looking at him in the NICU in the isolate, and I literally was like, I am never, ever, ever going to leave you for someone else. And then that's when my why shifted major, and went to conference like shortly after he was born, caught my vision and fire again, and literally just took off. Went from being paid as executive to diamond 2 months later, to double diamond. Okay, so when to be paid, let me back up. August, I was paid as, July, I was paid as executive. August, I got back up to Emerald, went diamond in September, double in October, and husband went diamond. And then February, right after the other conference, I went triple diamond. And then just this past June, we went presidential. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell. It's been a whirlwind. I can't even explain to you what this company has done for us, just not even just financially, and changed our whole situation. For example, we're in a brand new house. We just bought a 2020 Traverse, which I would have never bought a new car, because I'm the person that will drive it till it dies. And so being able to do that and buy my dream mom car, and just all of the things that it's done for us, is truly a blessing. Not even just like financially, but like spiritually and mentally, and physically too. I'm such a space cadet, you guys, so this is what you get when you meet me. I lost 52 pounds from our fat burning coffee when I had my son, after I had my son. So, that's my story in a nutshell.
That is so awesome. Sorry, I was typing in the chat. That is seriously so awesome, though. I love that. And I love that you got a Traverse. I got an Equinox in June, so I love it so much.
I love it. When we went car shopping, I literally did not know what I wanted at all, and we narrowed it down to that, and now I'm obsessed. It's so nice.
Yes, I love my car. I love that so much. Okay, so I was writing down notes just from like different things I wanted to ask you, but so you were talking about how like you went double in October, and like February, or I just went totally blank. Sorry. VIP in February, and then that June you went Pres. If like I can ask, how long was that gap that you went from triple to Pres? Was it like that February to the next January, or like was there like a year in between there?
So we went triple in February of 2019. 2019? Yeah, February of 2019 we went triple, and then this past June of 2020 we went Pres. So it took
Okay, I
a
love that.
little over a year.
Yeah, no, I love that. I'm only asking because for myself, I went triple in March of 2019 and we're still pushing Pres. So I was like, okay, that's inspiring. I needed to hear that. So like what do you feel like happened like because obviously I know there's like a growth, I guess. I don't even know the right word for that, but there's like a different type of growth at every level. Like what do you think was like one of the biggest lessons you learned from hitting that VIP rank to going VIP elite?
I think the biggest thing for me is, like you said, it literally takes a whole new level of just leadership and development. And I feel like for a long time, we first hit that run, I'm a very big yellow, so I always care about people and I want to change their lives. But I think for when we went for that run to triple, I think I was more thinking about our situation and just needing to get out, because I mean, I would cry myself to sleep at night worrying about like, where are we going to get the groceries this week to afford, like, you know what I mean? And so really it just took going from that situation to getting to triple and realizing like that it was more about getting us out of our situation and kind of flipping it and spending that year not just growing myself with like closer to God. I think that's been a huge thing as well, but growing myself as a leader and caring more about others than myself and my situation, because I literally went from barely being able to afford a thing and in so much debt, putting everything on credit cards, to literally earning like $85,000 in bonuses and literally changing our whole entire situation. So it took from that to seeing, like, feeling all of that and wanting my team to feel all of that. So I think that was the switch where I wanted to help them feel that and feel that success and see that success and get there. And I think that's when it flipped all around. And honestly, June of, was it June? Yeah, same month. June of 2020, I actually miscarried. And the month before that, we pushed for, in July, no, right? June, July, no, what's the month? In March. Wait, in May. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wow. I swear I'm not this bad usually. In May, we went and actually tried to push for a prize, and literally my triple went. We had the double, we had the diamond, we had so many promotions that month. We just didn't have the volume, because it's a big jump from triple to presidential with volume. And I think my whole team, I think as a whole, we all thought we had it in the bag. And then when we didn't hit it in May, I think we were all kind of shocked. So then we really hit it in June. And then the beginning of June is when I had my miscarriage. And I think that was when I'm telling you, I have said this from day one. I swear that was God's way of me getting out of my leader's way, because the second that happened, I had to take a few days for myself. And they stepped up in ways I couldn't even imagine. They were just absolutely amazing. And they just rallied everybody together. And I remember reading one part in the chat, someone said, like, let's show her what we can do for her. And like, I could cry just thinking about it, because literally I was like, wow, this is something we have special on this team. And literally after I came back, I was like, listen, everybody has life happen to them. Everybody has a situation. We are not going to let this stop ourselves. And we literally just took off and we ran as hard as we possibly could the rest of that month. And we hit it on, oh gosh, I think 11 o'clock at night on the 31st, or yeah, the 31st. So it really just took mindset, changing my thought process from about me to them, and really just getting out of my leader's way and letting them lead. And then obviously it was a lot of growth and development, a lot of books, there was a lot of things that came in effect to that too as well. But I would say those were the main things that really, that foreshadowed. And honestly, developing leaders who are developing leaders. I think when we were on that run for triple, I had some that got put into a leadership position that weren't ready for it. And I think that was something that we had to shift. And I focused on developing those leaders who developed leaders versus someone who just got put in that position and wasn't ready for it. So I think that was another shift as well.
Yeah, I love that so much. I was making sure actually I muted myself because I've done that before. It's
I
fine.
know, okay.
But yeah, so I love that so much. That's like such a good thing because I mean, I know there it's just been like so much growth like overall with everything, and it's crazy to see like the people that have been like brought in and everything. And I know there's like a saying, but like the people that you enroll are like they like what's like the word? It like matches with like your headspace on that certain time. And it
Yep.
is so true because there are times when like I can be like mentally at the lowest and I'm enrolling people and like I feel good, but like those people do not match like the energy that like I want to bring in and everything. And it's crazy how like it really can like affect different things like that. So I love that. That was super good. Okay, so I'm like thinking of different questions to ask. So I'm sorry, I'm just gonna like spit all these at you. But what do you think that took you like the biggest thing for you, like developing leaders and everything? Because I know, like, I know at least with me personally, I'm sure a lot of other people can feel this too. I can get someone to Ruby. Like, I can help someone see Ruby, envision Ruby, all of the above. But like once they get to that point, it's like okay, bye everyone. So like what is your biggest tip on just like casting that vision and like truly like developing leaders?
So I think the biggest thing for me, and it was kind of a hard hard pill to swallow for me, was I had to sometimes do the hard thing and not do it for them. And that's really, really hard for me because the beginning of the run, even just to diamond and double and all that stuff, I was like, oh, if you're not going to do it, I'll do it for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to stop me from my promotion whatsoever. I'm going to go out and I'm going to do the dang thing. I'll enroll 120 customers if I have to, and I'll make it happen. That was always my mindset. And so once I got to triple and we had, so it was the year of 2019. So we had hit triple and then we had sustained it. And then towards around Christmas time is when we had lost it. And that was where I was like, okay, so what do I need to do? Because obviously I cannot carry this all on my own. I had amazing runners on my team. I still have leaders that literally did that first run with us, but I was carrying some of them, like I said, that weren't in that leadership position or weren't ready for it yet. And so it came down to the cold hard facts that I enrolled new people, and some of them are on this Zoom right now, and I literally just showed them what to do or what I did every single day instead of placing everything underneath them, placing all the customers, and then also just taught them what I had learned with the leadership and the self-development, and kind of just poured into them daily. It wasn't really anything special that I did, but besides show them what to do, and then they ran with it. So I think you're going to have people that you enroll in this business that do absolutely nothing. You can literally show them everything step by step. You can spoon feed it to them and they still aren't going to go out and do the things. But then you get the people that join this business and they're like, show me what to do and I'll do it. And they go out there and they do it. And all they need is just the guidance, and they need the love, and they need the support, and they will take off. And that's literally, that's literally all I did. And I have amazing, they all know that I say this all the time. I have amazing leaders on my team. I still don't really know how I fully developed them, but they always tell me all the time that I just showed them what to do. So that's what my answer is. I literally just showed them what I do and how I do it, and they followed suit. So
I love
basically
that.
leading from the front.
Yeah, no, I love that. That was one thing I was gonna say, like, oh, you just led from the front, like, okay, like, no duh. But no, I love that so much. Okay, so kind of going, I'm also super green, by the way. I don't know if you knew that about me, but
I
um,
heard about it that you are super green because I have
yes,
watched you for a long time too. If I'm being
I
honest.
love that. Yeah, so I'm super, super green. So I have like technical questions, not like technical, but like how do you like actually work this business every single day? Like I know that's such like a loaded question, but like kind of just take us through your day real quick.
I have I left it. I literally was gonna bring it in here to show you guys too because I thought you were gonna ask me this. I have the KPI form that I do, but it's like a new one that's kind of floating around now, and I freaking love it. But the funny thing is, before I go on to this, I'm like negative green. So my team is all like blues, yellows, reds, and then I have a few greens. And it's just funny. Yeah, I'm like negative green when it comes to this. So I'm an unorganized hot mess. I remember watching a Zoom a while back. I don't even know who interviewed you, but like the way you were organized, I was like, man, I need to be more like her. But I'm just an unorganized hot mess, and it's okay. It works for me. But what I do is I do the KPIs. Oh, it's right here. This one's not filled out. My other one's on the kitchen counter. But I've been doing this one. Have you guys seen this one floating around yet?
No, I see one of the girls on my team is shaking her head, but I haven't seen that one. But please send me like a picture of that.
Oh yeah, sure, I will. It's on my. I will send it to you. So I like this one personally because it's super simple and it's clean. There's another one going around where it's like, I don't know, it's a bunch of wording and then like you can check. I was like, this is too much. I need simple. And so
I literally made my own, if that makes you feel better, because I was like, I can't. I was like, everything just like didn't fit me, and I was like, I'm just gonna make one on over, like just make it easy for me.
Right. Exactly. And that's probably what they did for this one. But this one just like I get all my stuff done when I would do this one. So every morning it literally says show you, and then I like that it's all week. So I'm not printing out something every single day or anything like that. So oh, I can show you what I did before. Sorry. You'll remember it when you see it. These ones. I used to do this. They're not KPIs, but just the host to post tracker, and then I would write on the back like everybody that I talked to needed to follow up with and all that stuff. So I used to do that, and I'm an unorganized habit. But how I do this business every day, I do this. So it literally just says show yourself making the product. So I'll do like a video on my Snapchat on my story of me making the coffee every morning, because I literally drink that every morning, and sometimes celery. Post about your life, so lifestyle posts, corporate proved results, post that. You'll message 50 people. And so what I do is I cut this one in half, and I do PDTs for my first 50 and then PLCs for my second 50, and then follow up or follow 150 people, unfollow 100, journaling, affirmations, personal development, 15 host posts, follow-ups, and then the bottom one was go live or IGTV. And I white it out and I put post on TikTok and Reels. And then at the bottom, it has loyal customers, distributors, sample cash made. So you can tally how much that you get every single month. So I really like this. And then I just simply use a planner to write down my potentials, anything that I need to do that week, and I need to follow up with, all that stuff. So I try the best I can, but a lot of times it's literally me telling Suri to remind me to do this. So I'm like in 3 different spots. This is what I'm saying, like I'm a hot mess, but it works for me. So I feel like the biggest thing is working for you. Whatever works for you is the best thing. And I'm really, really big on, like, I love Facebook. Facebook is my jam. Host to post is my jam. I'm trying to get better at Instagram and grow my following. I have literally signed like, I think 4 customers. This is so bad. 4 customers on Instagram this year for me is a big deal. And so so bad to say, but I get a ton on Facebook. Like that's where my jam is. And then TikTok and Instagram is where I like literally get all my distributors from. So yeah, that's literally what I implement and do, and I try to get it done within the time that my son's napping, and that's how I work it basically. Do you have more direct or detailed questions on this?
Oh, that's totally fine. I love that. I was
Okay.
just kind of wondering because I know like the KPI is like becoming like a huge thing now. So I was wondering if you were like on that train or not, because
Yeah.
I've been doing the KPI like since I think at the end of August, and it's honestly been like game changing for my business. And I love that you said like I'm not an Instagram person. And in my head, I was like, oh, I love Instagram. And then I was thinking, and I'm like, I work Instagram and Facebook so equally, but like I sign everything on Facebook. And I was like, that's really weird. I was like, I didn't think about that. But like I've signed, I think like 15 customers this month. And I think 4 of them came from Instagram and all of the rest are from like Facebook host to post. So I was like, okay, that's crazy. Maybe I'm a Facebook person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to be an Instagram person because I know there's a lot of good potential there, but I've also always based it very marketed towards distributors and the opportunity and how it's changed my life. And so you'll rarely see me post about the product until just recently I started doing it, especially when we were getting closer to promoting. I would do it, and then like the next day I would just archive whatever I had post. And so I'm trying really, really hard. And then Reels is a game changer. If you aren't on Reels, like you need to get on it because that's been really, really helpful and awesome as well.
Yeah, so okay, that'll be my next question then. What are your biggest tips for like TikTok, Reels, all of the above?
So for TikTok, I would say it's just being consistent. You don't have to be the best dancer. You don't have to have the most original like TikToks. I've copied a few people at this point, and just found, I feel like the biggest thing, and Rachel Jones and I have also talked about this, is literally finding the trending songs, and all you have to do is put that as your background and then do a little like point finger. Like there's one video I literally go like this twice, and that's the video, and I put word and it blows up every single time I post it, because I am the queen of reposting TikToks. I literally will post it, and then like I'll be like, oh, I need some more applications. This one will blow up, and then I'll repost it. And like I have one specific one, two specific ones that blow up every single time I post it. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know why, but if I really am feeling like I need to get some texts or some applications in, I will post it, and then within like an hour I'll have like multiple ones coming in. So that's pretty much my basis on TikTok. And I really do believe that algorithm of the best times to post is super important. So it's on my other sheet, but this where I do my Reels and TikTok, I wrote the times of the best days to post below the box. And so that way when I'm doing it, I know what time I need to post. Like tonight is 10 p.m. my time, 11 Eastern. And so I'm going to be getting it up because I want to wake up in the morning and have a bunch of messages. So that's kind of my gist with TikTok. Don't overcomplicate it. It's super simple. It's all you do, get a popular song, point, do some things. Sometimes my son wants to dance with me, rarely, but sometimes he does. So then we do a little dance together, and then all I do is I'll put words on it, or just say, I don't know, what do I say? Hey, are you now hiring? I think one of them is like, now hiring. It must be 18 or older. And then So I did one where I literally did my story, and I was outside my house, and I'm sure my neighbors thought I was absolutely crazy with a tripod, and I was dancing and all this stuff. And like multiple people had theirs blow up, and I didn't mind it. So that's my thing with TikTok. The other thing with Reels is I just repost all my TikToks on Reels, and I always do a call to action. I always just say drop an emoji below for more information, and that seems to be really working for me really well.
Sorry for that like dead silence. I was writing that down. I always hate whenever it's like that on Zooms. But okay, so someone asked in the chat, how do you know the good times to post? Can you just like Google that? Like,
yeah, so
TikTok algorithm.
I literally Google it. The Reels one I believe is different. I know Alyssa Marie had one that she did. I Google it so much that it's popping up right now. Best times. Oh, to Instagram, it accidentally said that. So all I do is I type in Google, and then I go to images. Well, now it's popping up right here. It's popping up right here now, which is crazy. But if you go to images, there's a ton of them, and they're all exactly the same. I've looked because I was like, okay, all these graphics, are they different times? Because then I'm going to be real confused. Yeah. And so they're all the same time. So I was like, okay, this must be the time that you do it. So I think there's some method in that madness. Sometimes it's like 4 a.m. and I'm like, I'm not staying until 4 a.m. to post a TikTok. So that's it. And then just being consistent with it is really important as well.
Yeah, I love that. I know I used to do that with Instagram all the time, like to see when the best times to post were. And then I hit over 10,000 followers and went to like a creator account. And now it tells me, like, I can go to like the analytics and all of that and see what the best time of the day is for me. So that makes life a lot easier. But I've always wanted to know for like TikTok and stuff, because I'm like, I just post when I remember that I have the app downloaded. So like not consistent on it at all, but definitely going to do better at that. Okay, so looking through the chat, so someone asked, how do you keep track of who you sent a host to post to? Do you write their names down as soon as you send the message, or do you write them down whenever they post it?
So if I'm by my planner, again, hot mess. If I'm by my planner, I'll write their names down. If I'm not, I always go on my Facebook. I don't know if everybody knows that we have this. And if they post their host to post, there's those little 3 bars right here. I go to that, and there's a saved section right here. And I literally save all of my host to post in a file called host to post 2020. And I literally just have them all here. So I can go back and look at it. I can and then I screenshot it and it's in my phone, and then I dump it on our giveaways like closer to the end. I'm terrible at that too, but it's fine. And so that's what I do. And I just keep them all in there. And then I like writing it down when I actually do write it down. I like doing that when I ask them to host. Was it asking to host a post or when they post?
She just asked like when you write their names down, like do you do it after they post or whenever you like send them the post?
So that's how I keep track of my posting, like when they actually post. The ones who I ask, like say I try to message like 100 people a day for a host to post. And so those ones that I ask, I try to write them down. Just so that way when I go back to see if they've posted or not, or like give them a reminder, because some people just get busy and forget, because I'm that person too. So I usually will like do a follow-up when I do write them down, or I'm this is bad, I know, I'll just scroll through my messenger and look and be like, oh, I talked to them and they didn't answer. Let me follow up with them and see what's going on. So it just depends on how I'm feeling that day, if I write them down, or if I'm just going to be the scroller because I'm trying to get everything done that day. And I think it depends. It depends, because there's days where my son goes to school and I'm able to like get work done all day long. And then there's days where he's here and I'm like, okay, crunch time. We're getting this done at nap time. And I just go as fast as I can. So that way, when he wakes up, I can be attentive to him. So that's kind of how my life works.
No, I love that. The only thing I was going to say to that too is how I do it is I just take screenshots. And so like I have some that I can show you guys, but okay, this isn't the same person, but y'all are going to get the concept of it. Like this is literally my camera roll right now. Okay. Like it's disgusting. It's all screenshots. So this was a girl at 2:45 that I sent her the post. And then like later tonight, I'll go and like write all of these down. And then this is like someone that actually made the post for me. So like I literally just take screenshots of it all, just because it honestly makes it easier, because I know I'm not gonna like forget to look in my camera roll or anything, but like I will totally forget to scroll through my messenger and do that. But I do the same thing. Like I click the 3 little dots, I save it to the album, I turn on post notifications, and I screenshot it. And that's just like the habit that I get into. So that's what I do. But I mean, if I'm sitting like, because I work off of my iPad and that's where everything, like I write everything down at. So if I'm right by that, like my journal, I'll just write it down. But even if it's like by me and it's not opened, I just take a screenshot. I'm like, I'll get to it later. And then I know like, okay, before I need to go to bed, if I haven't gotten my 15 or 10 host post up, like whatever number I'm looking for, I just go and message until I get that done. And I usually do that in bed. And then I just count the screenshots that I took. So I know that I like hit the rest of the number. I'm just being honest, but that's what I do. But I had, okay, yeah, that was another question that I had for you. So you were saying how you do half of your messaging for like PLCs and PDTs and host to post. Like how much do you message? And I don't want to say how often, but like how much are you messaging of like each message? I hope that makes sense.
So like like how much am I messaging PDTs and PLCs and then for host to post? So it depends on the day. The other day I hopped on one of our team's power hours, and they were actually messaging their Instagram followers for PDTs, and I don't do that very often. And so I was like, okay, let's just try it. And so I was like, I sent that message and I sent 50, and I got really good results from it. I was like, wow, I should do this more often. They were like really nice. I don't know what it is about Instagram, my Instagram friends, but they're a lot nicer than my Facebook friends sometimes. I'm like, what in the world? But I'm better on Facebook. I don't get it. But anyways, so I did that. And then usually it all comes down to my applications. I have thousands of applications. And so literally all I do is every day I just go in and I go through the 50 that I need. I message them. It's text message. And I literally say the same thing. It's like, oh, it's super simple. I'm like the queen of super simple messages. Even my follow-ups are like, hey, you ready to get that coffee? Like it works for me. But my message for my applications is this. Hold on one second. I gotta go to Word. Where'd it go? Oh gosh. Sorry, you guys. Now it's that awkward silence. Oh, here it is. Oh, sorry. Hey, this is Ashley. I got your application from the social media influencer position that you filled out and then I always put the date because some of them are dated way back. And so I said, so excited for you. Have you heard of what I do before? And what made you become interested in this? And then I literally just start the conversation from whenever they respond. I used to do, hey, this is Ashley. Have you heard of It Works before? And are you interested? Just kind of rule them out real quick if they were interested or not. Because I knew if they didn't want to do It Works, then they weren't going to respond. And if they were good, then we could have a conversation. So depending on my mood, I do one of those. And so I send out for 50 of those every day, or I did the random messaging on Instagram. And then for PLCs, it's all host to post. So I make sure that I get my host to post messages out and then follow up with potential LCs that I've talked to in the past, because I have a ton of those ones as well. And then also I get a lot of messages at times on like my TFX posts that I do on my Facebook wall. And so that gets me a lot of messages as well to talk to PLCs. So that's pretty much kind of depending on my day what I do. But I try to make sure I always get the 50 PLCs and the 50 PDTs, because literally your phone will always be blowing up. And I always say, like, if your phone's not blowing up, you're not doing something right. And so that's pretty much what I do.
Yeah, I love that. That's super, super good. Also, if you have it on you, if not, it's totally fine. But do you have the message that you sent out that one day for PDTs on Instagram?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. You can text it to me and I can share it with everyone later. But yeah, I was just wondering. I used to do it like a super long time ago, but I've not done that in a while. I like regular reach out on Instagram, but I don't message for PDTs. But I've just been doing like regular reach outs, and if they say no, I offer host to post, send them a DT host post, and they always ask what I do. So I kind of get around there somehow, but just like doing all of the different things. But yeah, I definitely want to start doing that, because like I guess I follow the KPI, but like in my own way, like in my own like different thing kind of, I guess. Like I message for post, message for like customers and stuff, and then just kind of hit like all of the areas wherever I can. But I like that.
Right.
Okay, so also if anyone has any questions for her while we're on here, please drop them in the chat. I have it pulled up. So I can see them. Sorry, totally just lost my train of thought there. But yeah, so my question, okay, yeah, that was Amber's question. What host to post do you use like frequently?
What host to post do I use? I saw one say, if they don't answer, do you have a specific post you send them? Oh, if they don't answer me, I literally just message them, hey girl, did you get my last message? Or hey, did you get busy? Hey, did you get busy? I say a lot, even to everybody.
Yeah, I do hate that I catch you at a bad time. That's golden, yeah.
And then if they still don't answer, even I do this sometimes to DTs. I'll be like, hey, did I do something to piss you off?
Yep.
Literally.
Yep.
It always
gets telling you. I say that to people after I send them the link and they like literally go MIA, and I'm like, did I piss you off? because you're kind of upsetting me a little bit.
Yeah, like, why aren't you answering me? Okay.
Yeah. Like crazy psycho girlfriend, it's fine.
Literally. So what was it? What host to post blows up for customer wise?
Yeah.
I've done the same coffee host to post since 2018. I did switch it up a little to Skinny Brew, but because I have personal results, it just works for me. It's literally like, hey, oh shoot. Hi, buddy. Hey, can you go with Dad real quick? Hey, Mom's on a Zoom. Hey, can you say hi to everybody and go?
Hi.
Oh my God.
Hi.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, you're fine. It's adorable. Okay. So I don't know what coffee host post she uses, but this is the one I use, and I've signed like 13 customers off of it this month. So if y'all want to use it, it's fine, but that's the one that works really well for me. But if this one's working good for her, I'm probably going to try hers too.
Oh, that one is very close to what I do. Literally.
Okay.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, because I also have results from the coffee, and like I love TFX, but one, I don't use it consistently, and I don't have like I don't want to say good results, but my results are from coffee, and I took TFX like twice, so I put it on there. So I'm just like so much more confident selling coffee than I am with TFX, but I know the TFX host to post is good. I just sell more with coffee, honestly.
Yeah, I've tried the TFX host to post, the lose 41 pound or 31 pounds, taking 2 pills, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And it's never taken off for me. So I just stick with coffee. And it's similar to yours. It's literally just, hey, my girl Ashley is looking for testers for her French roast skinny brew. She lost 52 pounds replacing her morning coffee with this. Who do I know on my friends list that would like to replace their morning coffee or morning routine to lose 10 plus pounds? Drop a coffee. I put a coffee emoji below to claim your spot.
I like that. Can you send me that? I'm going to change it, but I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
I like how you throw in your personal results too. Cause like I know some people like comment pictures or just do like other things, but if you, I just like how you like kind of added in your results to that. Cause I feel like it just kind of like helps even like seal the deal even more really.
Right. And I always try to put, so recently Facebook algorithms have changed and I guess they're gearing more towards photos. So I always send them. I used to always put my results in the comments and bump it up after like a few hours if nobody had commented or anything like that. But just recently I've been having them just put it in with their posts, and that's been helping. I don't know what it is about the algorithm lately. I guess they're gearing more towards photos. And so I will jump between, I have 2 corporate approved results, and so I'll jump in between both of those just so they're different every single time.
And you just have them like post those with the caption?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. I like that. That's good.
I used to do that a couple years ago and I got away from it because algorithms changed, and then I was doing nice backgrounds and all that stuff, but now just recently I went back to it again and it's been working really, really well for
Yeah,
me.
I know I had a moment where I was blocked from Facebook, and like I don't know what the heck happened, but I was in like hardcore jail, and it wasn't even letting me send out like any host to post. Like I could send them messages, but if it had anything to do with the host to post, they were like, no ma'am. And so I was like, how do I fix this? And I literally just put it on over with like a white background and black lettering, and I was like, here you go. And I was like, this is probably gonna bust, but it's fine. But I was like, gotta do what you gotta do. But I like that. That's super good. Okay,
The
so
other thing I do is, you guys do the giveaway host to post?
yes, yeah, that works super, super good.
Yes, I do that as well. Especially when I kind of like, I'm like, well, who do I message today? And so, and the way I stopped getting blocked is I send us a message that says, hey, send me a friend request and message me entry. And so that I don't have to get like in trouble with Facebook because they're sending it to me. And then the people that ended up not sending me a friend request or anything like that, I always go back and I add them and then I message them, because some people will message right away when I do that. And I'm like, okay, you just didn't want to follow instructions. I get it. It's fine. So that's what I do for that.
Yeah, I love that. I know I typically do that like once I get blocked, but I've always thought about like just doing that beforehand, because like if they friend you and like message you giveaway, they want to be entered. But like the people that don't, it's like, okay, I guess they don't want to win some money or like whatever we're giving away. But yeah, I love that. Okay, so my next question is, what book are you reading right now for like personal development, leadership, whatever it is?
I am reading, I don't know if you guys, I'm rereading this. So I'm reading two books and then I do a devotional. But I just started reading this because we just had our leadership retreat this past weekend. So on the plane, I started reading this again. And I've read it a couple of times. And I don't know what it is about this time, but like you guys, you literally should see. I have things dog-eared. I have things highlighted. I'm going to go over it. Like, I don't know. It's sparking something in me this time. And it's just John Maxwell, The Power of Five. It's literally his book about network marketing. And it's just speaking to me this time. And so it's like I'm studying a textbook in college. That's how I feel reading it this time around versus the other times I like just zipped right through it because it's only about 100 some pages. It's not very long at all. And then the other one is I listen to an Audible when I go on walks, because I go on walks every single day when it's nice out or if I'm in the shower or anything like that. And it is called, hold on, I gotta look on Audible so I don't tell you guys wrong. Believe Bigger. This girl's story is insane. It's called Believe Bigger by Marshawn Evans Daniels. And the crazy thing is I actually saw this devotional and I got it and it's hers. So I was like, wow, I'm literally doing the devotional with her book. And it's just crazy, her story and everything like that. And so this devotional is just like basically talking about like the comparison game and like your worth in this business and stuff, like things that I feel like I have battled with in the last few months. So it's been really, really good for me. And so that's what I'm reading right now. And yeah, so that's it.
I love that. I actually haven't heard of either of those two books, but I wrote those down because I'm definitely going to have to get those. I love John Maxwell. Like, he is just so freaking amazing. And like, I'm pretty sure every book I have is by him or Brendan Bouchard. I can never say his last name right, but those two people, absolutely amazing. But I'm also reading a John Maxwell book right now, and this one is a textbook. This boy is thick, and I feel literally like it's so long. I love reading it because of all of the knowledge, but like it takes me like 2 months to get through. This one's Everyone Communicates, Few Connect. This will be the fourth time I've read it, but this one's really, really good. Yeah, this one's really, really good. And then it's out in my living room right now, but it's called like the 25 Ways to Win with People or something like that. One of those books, I don't know, anything by him is just so amazing, but I'm definitely going to have to get at least The Power of Five and then like maybe the devotional or something that you said, because that actually sounds really, really good. But I just started a devotional. I typically do them on like an app, but I just got one that was like paper, and I actually thought it was a book, but it's a devotional, but it's called Holy Hustle, and I literally just got it on Amazon, and it is so, so good. Like, it's such a good devotional.
So what had actually happened is I was getting a gift for my girls for the leadership retreat, and I was like, what's a good devotional? And I literally just Amazoned it, and I was reading the reviews on it and just kind of the excerpts they had on there, and I was like, wow, this is all the things I feel like my leaders and myself need right now, like just like some of the excerpts in it. And so yeah, it's been really, really, really good. I'm like, if you're not doing a devotional, like how are you like sane most days? I feel like that's how how I feel. But yeah, it's
no,
really
I love
on
that.
Amazon.
You got on Amazon?
Yep.
Awesome, cool. Love Amazon. Love me some Prime. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that was all of the questions from the chat. If anyone has any other ones, please put them in there. I'm slowly losing my train of thought. It's fine. But honestly, just for now, if you have someone private messaged me that one that I was talking about is called Holy Hustle. Holy Hustle. It's really, really good. There's a book called To Hell with the Hustle. It's like a red book with a coffee cup on it, or like it's not like a mug, but like a cup of coffee. Tell you guys, it's late. It's fine. That book is really, really good. It's kind of talking about like not like taking rest, but like a Sabbath more or less. That one's really, really, really good because that was one thing I struggled with taking for so long because I was like, a day off? What do you mean? But
I
yeah.
still haven't fully taken it. I do like a half day right
Yeah,
now.
I've been like really, really consistent with it, but it's been challenging, but every time I come off of it, I enroll 2 things that day. So I don't know what it is, but every time I get off, I either enroll a DT and LC, a DT, or 2 DTs, 2 LCs, but whatever it is, I don't know. And that's like the main reason why I take it is because I know I'm gonna enroll when I come back. But I freaking love doing it. Like I've already got both of my LCs today, so I'm like, okay. So
You're
yeah,
making me
I
feel
love
like I really do need to take it.
Yeah, I love it so much. But oh yeah, I was gonna ask. So basically, what is just like one of your biggest tips? Like I know that's such like a broad question, but like what's just like a couple last things you could leave us with just over anything really?
This is a really hard one. I think the biggest thing for me, here, I'll just talk about what I talked about today with my team. So I feel like I went live on my team page today and I talked about this. So it's been on my heart all day. So I feel like we'll just talk about it now. So I feel like 2020 has been the year of hard. I feel like a lot of people, not just like as a team in general or anything like that, I feel like it's just because it's been a great year for business wise, but I feel like a lot of people on our team, a lot of people in the world have gone through something in their life in the last year, basically. And so I think the biggest thing is we've had a few girls on our team go through some really traumatic events, including myself in June. And so I feel like the thing that I went live today and talked to them about was literally just making sure that they're filling their own cups and they're making sure that they're doing the self-development, hopping on our team Zooms because I'm gonna have you, for example, on them and just telling your stories and inspiring them, and just you never know what story is gonna resonate with you, and just always plugging in and just making sure that you are filling your cup and doing your self-care, because how can you help someone else if you're not helping yourself? And so that was something that I just have weighed heavily on my heart today, because I know there's been girls messaging me like wanting to get back in, but they don't know how to after they've taken a break from things that have gone on in their life. And I literally just wanted to say the biggest thing is to go in and start with KPIs. And I can say all that stuff, like, you know what to do, you know the work that we do in this business every single day, like you just go out there and you do it. But I think the biggest thing is doing that mental shift and literally just making sure that you're pouring into yourself daily, so that way you can pour into others. Because if you aren't doing that, you're not going to be able to help anybody else succeed in this business. So I think that's the biggest thing. And from day one, I feel like self-development was always a battle for me. I didn't believe in it. I thought it was like a thing that people just did. And I feel like the higher up I get in leadership and the more I learn about this business and do this business the years I've been in, the more important it is to make sure, because leadership, you guys, it's hard sometimes. It's hard. And so I feel like and life getting in the way and all of that stuff, as long as you're filling yourself with that self-development and making yourself stronger, you're going to be able to empower others and change their situations in their lives and just do all of the things. So that's been on my heart all day today, and I said it a lot smoother on my team page than I did just now, but you guys get the gist of it.
No, I love that. That's like so true. That's one of like the biggest things that I like preach to my new distributors is like, I know I sound like crazy, but like listen to podcasts, read some books, listen to books, like whatever you have to do, but like just pour into yourself. Cause like I was that person that I got started, and our like super high upline is Jade Hooper, and like she preaches personal development. And I'm so stubborn, and it was insane. And she was like, no, like, you're not going to go diamond until you do personal development. And I was like, okay, watch me. And I went diamond without doing personal development because I didn't see the importance of it. And then it was crazy because she was like, watch The Secret if you want to go to the next level. And I looked up The Secret on Netflix, and I was like, no, thank you. I just was like not watching that. And then I went double. And it was after I went double when I had like one of the like one of the biggest things happened in my business where like I needed personal development. I was like, wow, okay. And that was when it like really started for me. And like ever since that day, like personal development is just so key. And it's just crazy how, like, I don't want to say how little it is, but it is like a small task and it can make such the biggest difference in your business. Like, just like me as a human, like seeing how I've grown like over the last couple months, years, and everything else, like it's just crazy to see. And it's literally all because of personal development. So I love that so much.
I think, and that's the biggest thing too. One more thing is literally like, you can see, oh gosh, now I forgot my thought. You can see the difference in who's doing personal development on your team versus who's not, because I feel like I've talked to a few people today and all I've heard from them was the things that were going wrong. And I feel like when you are doing personal development, you always see the good. When you're speaking with God, you always see the good in every situation that you're going through, every hardship you're going through. And that's why I truly think that like in June when we did have that miscarriage and we ended up going presidential, that's what got me through and got my strength, because I had people messaging me like, how are you okay? And I'm like, because I know God is making it happen for a reason, and I know we're gonna get our rainbow baby someday. You guys see my little rainbow back there, but I know we're gonna get our rainbow baby someday, and so I'm already breastfeeding, so I'm blessed with a 3-year-old right now. So I literally just think that it has changed my whole thought process, and that's why I think I was so passionate about it today, because I've had a lot of girls on my team, and I love my team hard. That's just how I am. And to see them go through things like that and then come to me and feel the way they're feeling, I just wanted to be able to let them know what's helped me. And I think that's just huge, huge in this business. And it's so easy to sweep under the rug and not do. And I didn't realize it until I realized it. So
Yeah, I love that. That was super, super good. But okay, if no one has any other questions for Ashley, that was all I could think of tonight.
you're
So
good.
I'm
Oh,
super excited you were able to hop on. Thank you so, so much. I hate like ending the recording because I don't know if a question's gonna pop up, but I'm just gonna go ahead and stop it.